Hey friends, happy Friday, the 30th of May. It's nice to be with you. I'm Father Bill Hill, priest at Holy Spirit Catholic Community in Rock Springs, Wyoming. I'll share with you a reflection on the readings. The readings are listed below, linked below. Click the link, read the readings prayerfully, and then turn off the screen. Spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Please be mindful, the priests are going to retreat next week together. And so Sunday evening Mass is canceled so that we can depart and have time in prayer Sunday night. So there is no 6 p.m. Mass this week due to priest retreat. All right, readings from Acts of the Apostles and from John's Gospel. We hear about Paul's missionary efforts in Corinth, and we picked up on those a bit yesterday as well. Here we hear that Paul is able to settle in Corinth for about a year and a half, and he's able to experience the Lord telling him to just relax, to be at peace. You know, you might want to remember that Paul has been stoned and threatened with stoning in previous places where he had shared the good news. And so to just be for a little bit and to be able to be with fellow missionaries, co-workers, to be able to just experience a little bit of rhythm to life might have been an incredible gift. At the same time, it might have been really challenging for Paul too, to be in the same place for a year and a half. How about you? How do you do with routine, with pause, with things being normal? For some of us, this is an incredible gift. For others of us, this is really challenging. Connect with Paul a bit in his missionary life in Corinth. The second one is we hear about an argument that erupted about Paul sharing the good news to Jewish folks. And, the Roman consul said, this is an interreligious thing. I don't want to have anything to do with this. And then the Jewish folks beat their leadership in the sight of the consul. Hopefully we are not, beating leadership these days, but just, the challenges of community. Perhaps it's been a little bit of time, but especially with Pentecost coming up. How are you doing with community, whether that's church community or political community or family community? Community always has its challenges because it's made up of human beings. Maybe pray for the Holy Spirit in particular to fill, transform, and change the life of community that you're living in these days. Okay. The Gospel of John, Jesus uses images of birth pangs, right? And I want to be very careful about entering into this image as a celibate Catholic priest. But, that place where suffering gives place to joy and gratitude. That way of being out of step with the world. At the beginning of this, you will weep and mourn while the world rejoices. You will grieve, but then your grief will become joy. What are the places that are hard for you, where you're out of step with the world, with the people around you? Where are the ways that you are feeling perhaps like some of the values of the reign of God are giving birth, are coming to birth in your life? How do you feel about that, right? Like, have a conversation with the Lord who died and rose, who was out of step with the values of this world, but ultimately completely alive in the values of God. All right, friends, read those readings prayerfully, turn off the screen, spend some time with God before you move on to other things. Remember, no Sunday night Mass this week. Pray for folks having a hard time. Pray for peace in this world. God bless y'all.